versus masculine men. I have heard so many stories from my one-on-one clients saying, "Oh, this guy is so desperate. That's why he is calling and texting me. Oh, this guy is so desperate. That is why he would do anything for me. This guy is so desperate. That's why, all of this." Like, I'm literally sick and tired of hearing this story. He's so desperate. The truth is, there are a few desperate men, that's true. Like, let's say that he's like insecure and he's afraid to lose you, and then maybe that's why he's doing those action to keep you. It comes from insecurity, desperation, literally desperation. Or he's like so unattractive, no woman wants to touch him with like even gloves on. So maybe when you talk to him, he's like literally desperate for your attention because he would never talk to any other woman, okay? And actually, some women who are, wanting to like get extra attention, they would go for men who are desperate and they would get extra attention, gifts, whatever. But I know that my one-on-one clients and my clients, my followers, you don't want to be with a desperate guy, right? Like, I know that for sure because I'm hearing this over and over again, like, he's so desperate. Okay, listen up. There is also another kind of man who is not desperate, but really masculine. When a man chooses you because you're following my teaching, you know how to date a million, especially empowered, highly masculine men who get what they want, they know what they want, and they know how to work for it, they will also put in the work for you because they say that you are worth it. They see you, they want to be with you, they want to commit to you, they want to get to know you. So they will call and text, they will send you gifts, they will provide, not out of desperation, but out of empowerment. So you have to have this fine tuning, seeing like, okay, is he desperate or is he actually doing it because he's choosing me. He's choosing that I'm worth it. I'm worth the investment, the time, the effort, the calling, texting, the cherishment. Okay, so not all men who are reaching out to you, wanting to be with you, are desperate. Like, there are literally, and if you want to date a millionaire and be married to a millionaire, you need to like really realize that path, that they have options. They're really empowered men because you need to be empowered to have money. If you're disempowered, if you're literally like desperate, you mostly won't have money anyways, or at least not a big amount. Okay, so empowered men, empowered masculinity is going to behave very similarly, but it's like fueled by an empowerment by I'm choosing you because I believe you're worth it. I believe that we are a good match and I really enjoy the time with you, okay? So make sure that you see the difference between like, is the guy really desperate before you turned off? And I get it. I was like that too. I was like, oh, ew, he's desperate. Like, I don't want him anymore. Before you turned off, um, realize maybe he's just masculine. And if you want a masculine man who's a provider, who's like claiming you, then practice receiving his attention and gifts and whatever he has to offer. Okay. I know the fastest transformations happen when you work with me one-on-one. So I can give you, and I'm going to, all the tips that I want, but the fastest transformation happens when you work with me one-on-one or in my group coaching. Okay. If you're interested, you feel free to reach out to me. My email is in the description box. Also, I want to address one more thing in this live stream, and that is, what about you when you are, calling, texting, doing the gifts, doing the things? Men will either think you are also desperate, or they will just see you as masculine. And if they are masculine, they will not be attracted to you. So you will attract feminine men who are leaned back, open to receive from you, maybe even fun and playful. This is like very feminine trait, they bring the honey. So if you are like receiving, if you are attracting men who are like so leaned back and playful and feminine and don't want to commit, don't want to do anything for you, so you most likely are in your masculine energy. Either because you're literally empowered in that, like I have so many one-on-one clients who have empowered, healthy, masculine energy, like go-getters. They go and get something, they are successful in career, and this is so beautifully. It's just that if you want a masculine man, you can't use your masculine energy. Like it has to be the opposite. So that's why I'm always in my one-on-one coaching and courses infusing the differences between masculine and feminine and how do you embody that, because that's literally attractive to masculine provider men, millionaires. But then there's the other type of woman, which I was too in the past, who do those masculine action like calling, texting, reaching out, buying gifts, doing whatever, literally out of desperation. Because of fear to be lonely, like I can't be alone without this guy, I will die without him. Maybe he's the only millionaire so now you gotta give a lot. But that's coming from out of desperation. So the guy will see that anyways. He'll be like, oh, you're so desperate, I don't want you. Like literally no empowered person wants a desperate person, right? So that's just not a match. If he's desperate too, like you might be a good match, but if he's an empowered millionaire, he won't want to be with you. I mean, even in careers like this, right? Whatever, if you have your own business or even you're employed, if you show up really desperate because you're so afraid you have no other options, no one wants you. Like people are just reflecting your energy. Just like if I would show up here being like, oh, I'm so desperate for, I don't know, my client getting clients because I have none, like no clients would want to work with me. But I have so many clients and of course I appreciate having more, but it's just a different energy, right? So, what I'm trying to say here, when you are catching yourself doing those things or having the urge, make sure to be aware. Okay, am I doing it because I'm empowered and I'm enjoying it? Great. If you enjoy being in your masculine energy, you enjoy being with a man who's lean back, low effort, and doesn't do anything for you, just bring the honey. Great, then keep doing that. But if you're not, you need to learn the feminine embodiment, which I teach you in whatever format you want to join my world. But if you are taking those actions out of desperation, out of fear to be lonely, that he leaves, he will not like you, doing something wrong, like we got to have some internal confidence to up level inside of you. Okay? And that doesn't happen overnight, but it's so possible. Like I used to be the desperate girl too. Like I would do anything for a guy to keep him out of fear. I couldn't be lonely, this and this. But I overcame it with like inner child healings. Like there's so many different techniques. And when you work with me one on one, I am I'm also always choosing the techniques that is mostly needed right now. But basically, if you catch yourself having the urge to do stuff out of fear, like you need inner work, like a lot, internal confidence, because that makes you, first of all, empowered. And you can be empowered masculine, but also empowered feminine. What is empowered feminine? It is you are feeling of receiving, worthy of receiving attention, love, commitment, money. And it's not a coincidence. I'm right now receiving like so much of everything, love, attention, money, like everything. Why? Because I leveled up my internal worthiness of, yes, like that's like empowered I can take empowered action, but literally empowered feminine, it's about feeling worthy inside out. Like I feel so worthy of, I'm just giving an example of whatever that is. And that's one of the key points that I am working with my clients as well, especially those ones who done the transformation of like obsessing about a guy, calling, text, checking the phone all the time, to, yeah, of course I'm gonna receive like the business class flight. Of course I'm gonna receive like vacation for a couple K, and the guy is respecting all of my boundaries, like being treated like a queen. Why? Because they upgraded the internal feeling of worthiness. So you upgrade the feeling of worthiness, and then you literally are being treated so much better from life, either from the man or even like the money part comes so much easier and faster. That's the feminine way of, empowerment. I'm just repeating myself because I feel like so many women need to hear this message. Like you feeling worthy inside out, open up to receive and just take it. Right? Worthy and safe, because it's also about feeling safe. Safe means you say no. For example, you freely say your boundaries with a guy, or even when you have a business, your job, you just freely say no to things. Strict boundaries. All right. So, if you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments. Also, yesterday I posted a beautiful testimony from my long-term one-on-one clients. She upgraded her level of worthiness, so you can literally see an example. And you can watch it, it's yesterday posted. And other than that, if you desire to have my one-on-one support, feel free to reach out. My email is in the description box. Just a disclaimer, long term, in the next 1 or 2 years, I am moving my business to have it more passive. It means I won't be doing one-on-one at some point. So if you know you want to work with me, it's now the best time to reach out, because the price will never be the same. And at some point, I don't know which point yet, I won't be offering one-on-one anymore. All right. So reach out if you're still interested, if you're interested. And other than that, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up.